12 worst books? How about we divide 12 in half and then add 1? 7. Hey guys, so I am here to do my worst books of 2012. I am really going to try and make this one shorter than my best books because after I finished editing that one, I realized that it was so incredibly long, and I understand if you guys thought that was long. I'm sorry, but I will try and make this one a lot shorter. And this one I only have 7 bad books. Well, worst books. I don't know. They're not horrible, but it's my opinion, so. But I have only 7 because I was going through my books, and if I would have added any more, they would have been books that I kind of enjoyed, just gave a lower rating to. So I didn't want to do that, so I only have 7 for you guys today, and I don't have the physical copy of any of them, so I'm going to try and put the picture up in this general area somewhere, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. Book number 7 is The Death Cure by James Dashner. I had a really hard time getting into the Maze Runner series. I liked the first one. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I liked the second one. It was a bit weird. Like, I felt like the series was really, really jumpy and random at points. And then the third one, I was just looking for answers, and I liked the way that the third one ended, but I didn't get the answers that I wanted, so I felt like there's still a lot to be answered, and I know that there is a prequel to that series, and I'm sure that there are answers in that one, but I kind of wanted to see that in the third one, so I'm going to be putting off that prequel for a while, but that is my 7th worst book. 6 is So Shelly by Ty Roth. I picked up this book solely because of its cover. Hopefully I got the cover up there before I said this, but as you guys can see, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And I wasn't really attracted to the story. It was really weird, but I thought, I'll give it a try because it was such a beautiful cover. So the story is mostly about this girl, Shelly, who had died in a sailing accident, and her 2 closest friends steal her ashes to go put them where she wanted them to put them, and like it's kind of like them talking about how they met Shelly and all that kind of stuff, and they kind of go on like a little bit of a road trip type thing, and I just felt like this book could have been amazing. It's just there was a whole lot of stuff that didn't need to be in there. It was, first of all, it was really, really descriptive, and some of the stuff didn't really need to be described, but they were described anyways, so I found myself giggling uncomfortably a lot during this book, and it was just really, really, it was full of profanity, and I really don't, that doesn't bother me usually, because, I don't know, that's life, but I felt like this book was kind of over excessive, and like usually cussing in a book is just the regular, because that's what life is, but I felt like this one was a little excessive, but maybe that was just me. You guys have to tell me if you've read any of these books and in the comments, because I would really like to know. I think I didn't really like this book. I didn't like it very much, but I didn't hate it, so it's kind of, after reading it, I kind of realized that like, oh, this is cool and that is cool, and apparently it's supposed to like tie in somehow into Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. So I've never read that book, but if you guys have, maybe you want to check this book out because I was really confused. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure book to me. Yeah, so that's number 6. Number 5 is Mistletoe by Haley Abbott, Nina Malkin, Melissa De La Cruz, and Amy Free. I just finished reading this one for Christmas, and it had like 4 different mini stories in it by each author, and I really enjoyed one of them. 2 of them I liked, and one of them I had no idea whatsoever what was going on in it. Like, it was written so differently in a way that I've never seen before. I didn't understand any of it, and it was really, really weird. I don't know, I didn't like the way the stories were told in a way, but after a while they were okay, but it was just really, really jumbled up, and yeah, I didn't enjoy that book very much. Book number 4 is The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. And if you guys watched my best books of 2012, you know that Maggie Stiefvater had one of my best books. So I was super surprised that she turned up on my worst books list, because I was really excited to read this book. I was reading it with my school book club, and it took me forever to read it because the writing style is so different. I think that in this book you will either love or hate the writing style, because this has man-eating horses in it, and it's really, really different. Like, I've never ever read a book like this before, but I felt like it was extremely slow, and I couldn't get in touch with the characters. Like, I felt like they were almost the same person at some times, and it was hard for me to distinguish between them, but it was just a really, really different writing style, and I'm not saying it was bad, but I really think it depends on the person who's reading it if they're going to like it or not. Down to 3. Number 3 is High Society by Ali Carter. I was reading this series with my best friend, and I have realized that I might just not be into spy books, because I felt like this book was super duper slow, and I didn't enjoy it at all. I enjoyed it, but not as much as I thought I would, because I'd heard so much hype about these books, and I was just really, really disappointed. I felt like it took forever to get to the start of the mystery even, and that brings us to book number 2, which is Uncommon Criminals by Ali Carter. I just didn't, the second book, I thought, I read the first book and maybe the second book would be better, but in my opinion, it was a little bit worse, and I just did not enjoy this series at all. And the number 1 worst book of 2012 for me was Wild Thorn by Jane A. Gland. This story was the only book I went into this year blind. I didn't read anything about it before. I had seen a couple of reviews about it, and people were in love with it, and I just went into it because why not? And I don't even know what to say. It was about a girl who was sent to an insane asylum, and they tell her that her name is different and she's not really who she thinks she is, and it's just so confusing, and most of the book is just her trying to telling them that she is who she is, and they are telling her that she's not, and it was just really, really, really confusing, and by the end of the book, I was just like, wait, what happened? Like, I don't know. I was just really confused about it. It was written really beautifully, but it was just so boring. I couldn't, sometimes it was so weird. I don't know. Maybe you guys should check this out and let me know if you like it, because I thought it was really, really weird. Okay, there's my worst books of 2012. I hope you guys enjoy them. Please let me know if you have read any of these books and if you disagree with me, because I have been known that if someone tells me why they like it, I'll be like, oh, I like that too, and then maybe I might have a better perspective of the book. So let me know if you loved, hated, or haven't read any of these books or planning on reading them, and I would really, really love to know what you guys thought. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!